Hello everyone, my name is Elpiyani. So let's go into the last part. The last part is about threat dislocation. Like existential and presentational threat extension, threat dislocation involves the non-canonical placement of an argument of the verb in first verbal position. However, in contrast to both existential and presentational, their insertion right location does not require the first verbal NV to represent new information. Consider the right dislocation. Below the waterfall, and this was the most astonishing thing 144 until each 174 mass of enormous glass beavers were dangling down into the rivers from somewhere high up in the killing. They really were enormous, those beavers. There must have been a dozen of them at last, and they were suckling up to brownish muddy water from the river and carrying it away to goodness knows where. And the second cannot reach much as I have been away from her for a week and have to keep up appearances. But did Diana mention the Dex drama? Dad took your old Dex over to her house to have it sent out, but he didn't check to see what was in it and forgot that I had been keeping all my vital documents in there, like my tax return and pay stub and bank statement. Luckily, Diana does that stuff looked important, so they took it out before giving the text over to the moves. Consistent represent information that has been evoked either explicitly or implicitly in the period discourse. The function that previous researchers have posed for RG in fact have generally assumed that the dislocation in NV must represent information that is given or inferable within the discourse. For example, Davidson's 1984 argument that RD marks the reference of the dislocation and EV as a topic, and thus also as having discourse attended. Similarly, Zip and Gross 1994 argument that RD identifies a situational or textually evokes entity as the most salient entity available for sub-request. As we argued in previous work, Biner and Word 1996, the difference in function can be attributed to the anaphoric pronoun of right dislocation, given that the marked and V in right dislocation is comparational with the pronoun and the pronoun is anaphoric and therefore represent a discourse old entity. It follows that the market and V must also represent the same discourse or entity. Thus, it is not accident that right dislocation does not require the market and V to represent news information. The repression of the pronoun in fact produces such a possibility. So, for the conclusion, we have suggested that a complete functional account of the non-canonical contractional of English require reference to often professional discourse and hierarchical, familiar, and linking relation. By now, it should be clear that these constraints are not randomly assigned to the various contraction types, but rather that broad generalization can be made regarding the correlation of syntax and discourse function. Especially, we have argument that number one, prefacing contraction require the prefix consistent to represent information that is all in some scene, while postposing contraction require the post constituent to represent informational that is used in some scene. And the second, the constraint on preposing and postposing are absolute, while those placed on argument reversal are relative. The functional constraint observed for the classes of preposing and postposing contraction do not hold for superficially similar contraction in which the market consistent canonical position is violated by representational pronoun. Example, right and left dislocation. So, although we have found the no necessary correspondence between particular contraction and specific functional constraint, discourse functional nonetheless correlate with syntactic construction in a principal way. Our research indicates that the range of discourse function and given contraction might serve in constrained by the form of the contraction. Within that range, however, there is room for arbitrary variation. So that's all our presentation. Thank you for your kind attention, and if I have any mistake in our presentation like pronunciation, grammatical, and so on, I do apologize about that. Thank you.